Today I'm going to talk about reputation and your credibility. You've all heard the saying that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I hear this all the time. And unfortunately, most often I hear it from people who have not been selected for a position, and they say, oh, it was politics that got in the way, right? As if that were the big deal. No, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, I'll tell you, it is what you know, and it definitely is who you know. But I'm going to take that one step further, because in my life, whether it's personal or professional, my experience and my personal opinion based off that experience is that you need to upgrade that, which is, it's not who you know, it's what you're known for. If you've read any of the articles that I've put out, if you listen to the podcast, you'll know that I've said this repeatedly. I've said it to every employee that I've ever had, my colleagues, my peers, even my bosses. I absolutely believe that your reputation and your credibility is the stuff of magic, right? It will either curse you because you've undermined it, or it's going to bless you because you've built it up to such a degree that everyone around you sees you as an asset and not a liability. So, I've coached a lot of people. I've led frontline sales teams. I've led people that were awesome at their job, people that weren't. I've coached people that were great. I've coached people that weren't. And the one thing that those groups have in common is that they all build or tear down their reputation, right? And in regards to people who tear it down, it comes in all sorts of flavors. I don't care if you're a kid in high school, someone coming in and out of college, if you're starting your job for the first time, or if you're a veteran in your job, or if you're older and starting fresh, whatever it is, every single decision that you make, every action that you do of every day either sets you up for success or tears you down. And the one thing that I realized a while ago was that people that don't succeed, whether it's personally or professionally, it's because they don't understand that fundamental truth, that the second you arrived at work, your reputation clock, it started growing and building. Now, from the moment you got to work, if you were late, guess what you just did? You undermined your reputation. If you didn't show up to work today, if you made an excuse, oh, it's wintertime and there was a snowstorm and they didn't plow my street, you just tore down your reputation. If you were sick, but you know you've been sick multiple times and you kind of got a bad TENS record, guess what? You're tearing it down. If you're not performing at your best every day, you're tearing it down. If you're sitting at home and you're alone and you don't do what you're supposed to do, what you know you need to do to move your life forward, you're tearing your credibility down. And here's the thing a lot of people don't get. You have credibility with you. You gotta look at credibility like a bank account, right? You either add to it or you withdraw from it, right? If you don't do the stuff that is important to you, that you know you need to do, well, you're the only person in the end that holds yourself accountable. And guess what happens? You undermine your confidence, your pride, you put off today what you could have done, and you lose the one commodity that you will never get back, which is time. So your reputation is worth not just money, but it's worth actually your life, because it defines the actions that you do, right? So if you take nothing away, it's this. If you know that your reputation isn't stellar with your peers, with your family, with yourself, with your boss, start taking action and fix it today. Because you want to get that promotion? Guess what? You need a fantastic reputation. You got to knock it out of the park. You got to be hungry for building your credibility. And I guarantee you that if you approach every single day with a conscious and clear intent towards, today I'm going to put more money in the bank as far as my reputation goes and my credibility, based off the proper actions that I'm intending to do, well, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get rich. It's that simple. You're going to get rich. You're going to get that promotion. You're going to get in shape. You're going to fix your relationship. It doesn't matter, because the actions will be aligned to what you were meant to be doing. It's that simple. And if you're in a position in your life where you look inside yourself and you say, I just don't have it in me to give it my best and do the things that I know I need to do, Well, I gotta tell you that you need to change something about your life then, right? If you can't bring yourself to do the right actions at work and consistently do them and build your reputation instead of tear it down, well, then your subconscious is screaming at you that you either need to change or get a new job. It's that simple. You know, and I say it's that simple, it's not, right? But you know what the right thing is. You have a moral compass inside. And if you don't know, I guarantee every single day of your life, you're surrounded by people who demonstrate how to build credibility, right? Your reputation is literally worth time and energy to you. You can rebuild it if you've destroyed it, but you still lost that time, which means that you lost hours, days, weeks, months, years off your life, right? By having that poor reputation. It's that simple. So you got to take action today. I'm not going to rant too long on it, but I think it's super important because every day I see examples of people that are doing it right or not doing it at all. I have been both of those types of people. The only difference between me and some of the people that I've met that haven't achieved what I've achieved, and I haven't achieved everything that I want to, obviously, is that I more often than not take my credibility very seriously. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. When I was brand new in the company, and I was just some guy on the phones doing inbound and outbound calls, you know, in a job that didn't pay a huge amount of money, I totally understood the value of great attendance and punctuality. Because what happened was I had such a huge amount of credibility in regards to the fact that, you know what, James is never late, he's always early, and he never, ever doesn't show up. Even when I was sick, I would show up because I would rather my boss look at me and say, good God, you look bad, go home. But they knew I was willing to work, you know? And here's what happened. The few times in my last 12 years of my career at the organization that I work for that I have absolutely needed someone to come through for me, well, guess what happened?
Westbound towards London.
I got what I needed. Hey, you can hear my GPS, that's okay. So I'll say it again. The few times that I actually needed someone to come through for me and give me that day off that was sudden and unexpected, where I needed someone to look at me and say, you're okay, right? Now, I think you heard that regardless of the GPS. Guess what? My credibility pool, that bank account that I've been building for years, even in the beginning of my career, so say my first year, it was so high. My performance was in line. My attendance was in line. Well, guess what happened? I got what I wanted. My GPS is going to talk right now, so I'm going to let it talk, and you know, we'll just edit that part of the video, so just a second.
Follow Highway 401 westbound towards Guelph for 16 kilometers.
All right, my GPS is done. So, that's what I've got to tell you. I was able to get everything I needed from my leaders because I built a fantastic pool of credibility. In my first 5 years of my organization, I got 4 promotions because I worked hard, and every single day I took my reputation very, very personally. I needed to move forward with my career. I needed to make my dreams come true, and they did. Well, guess what? I got bigger dreams, right? Every single day I'm working on the Undecided State. Every single day, whether it's content. And guess what? I'm juggling a full-time career, a family, and my own personal development. And it's not easy. But I'm done with tearing down my credibility. For 12 years, I did really, really good at my job. But I let the other aspects of my life go. I was ruining my own internal reputation and the reputation that I had with my peers, my friends, my family. And now, in the last 6 months, every single person around me, I believe, has seen the changes that I'm doing, seen the commitment that I have. And you know what? I feel, more importantly than anyone else looking good towards me, I feel fantastic. I know my own internal credibility is building. My confidence, my pride in myself, my belief that I can do anything I want to set my mind to is huge. And that reputation that I have carries forward with me. And I'm going to a coaching session right now, and I guarantee you I'm going to knock it out of the park. And not because I'm being arrogant, but because I keep consciously building my credibility with the individuals and leaders that I support. Because they matter to me. And my reputation with them matters to me, because why the hell would they listen to me as a coach if I'm not developing a fantastic brand with them, right? You want to make a name for yourself, you want to have the bling in the world and everything else, and you can't just do it through tweets and Instagram followers and all that stuff. If you don't have the character or the credibility or the reputation to back it up, it will eventually fall in on you. Now, if you've got those things already in place, plus you're doing everything in your power to build your bank account of credibility and reputation, well, Jesus, you're going to be so much further ahead than I am right now. So, there you go. There's my rant. It's been definitely more than 5 minutes. I should change these things to 10-minute musings, not 5-minute musings. But either way, please take it to heart. Every single second of the day, from this second onwards, from the second that you put down or turn me off or whatever it is that you're doing, figure out, what do I need to build my credibility on? What do I need to build my reputation on? Am I doing the right actions? What actions will get me there? If I don't know how to do it, who am I going to reach out to get it done? And do it every single day. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for listening. Have a good one.